All politicians are terrible, but you should still vote anyway. It's Comics and Shots, a completely improvised semi-comedic musing by Howard Stern's Mick the Nerd, aka YouTube and TikTok's Mick the Maverick, aka Mick the Man, aka Soup. Today's subject, The Outsiders by Jackson Lanzing, issue 6 specifically, as well as the whole series as a whole. This series is not an Outsiders book. It's not. The Outsider is more like doing the kind of missions that normal superheroes wouldn't really do because they have to be like behind the scenes, stuff like they can't do in public, yada yada. This, however, is a bunch of cosmic nonsense trying to go beyond the apexes of reality and thought, which is actually pretty normal for superheroes, but not really does it feel like The Outsiders, especially since none of the members of the main team were actually on an Outsiders team before this. Batwing, Batwoman, I don't think, Lucius Fox, who's the fourth man, and the drummer. Yeah, it's the drummer that kind of ties it all together in terms of nonsensory. In that, spoilers, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turns out she's not just some replacement drummer, she's Chiquita Wagner from the Planetary. Yeah, she's just using the drummer's drumstick. And in issue 6, tries to go to what I can only describe best as like the land of the fridged. Yeah, and where like she tries to find Snow, who died in the Planetary books. But he ain't there. I'm pretty sure he's perma-dead, and yeah, she's really pissed off that she can't bring him back to life. And while it is interesting in terms of a Planetary sequel, why isn't it just fucking called Planetary? This is a Planetary book. This isn't an Outsiders book, it's a Planetary book. Why is it called The Outsiders, Jackson Lansing? Was it a marketing thing? Trick fans of The Outsiders into reading a Planetary book, hoping that they'd tell people who liked Planetary to read this? It would have made way more sense if this was just an open Planetary story from the beginning, and I really hope they change the name of this book to just being the goddamn Planetary, which it is. Ugh. For a while, I thought it was like a situation where it's like, oh, they can't use the name Planetary because they don't want to pay Warren Ellis. But no, because one of his characters is in the goddamn book, Chiquita Wagner. I'm sorry if I'm saying her name wrong. And they even mention the Planetary. So, yeah, there's no problem here. So, I really hope they change the name of this book. It's not the worst thing I've ever read, but it's not an Outsiders book. It's a Planetary book. It's a Planetary book. It's a Planetary book. Ugh. Basically, long story short, DC is weird at integrating Wildstorm into the new canon yet again. Wednesday already. Oh, Friday in this case, but I bought it on Wednesday. Yeah. With that, like, comment, and subscribe. Donate if you're feeling nice. Share it with the bear. And always remember, praise be to the blood elk and fear the Stavopotamus. At least vote in midterm elections.